Yes, you, watching this video. Do you want to own a piece of Scribbler? Only not a lock of hair or blood or flesh or anything else that will get you in trouble with the law? Well, now you can, with t-shirts, hoodies, tote bags and mugs featuring Obab Scribbler at her Teespring store. You know you want to. I shall now stop talking in third person and send you on to the video. Be lovely to each other and enjoy the show.
Rainbow Dash was engaged in some overdue spring cleaning around her living room when there was a knock at the front door. Setting aside her broom and dustpan, she flew over to the door and opened it. On the other side was a Pegasus shrouded in dark purple wrappings, with a wide-brimmed straw hat tilted down over her face and a lightweight canvas saddlebag strapped to her flank.
Can I help you?
Rainbow asked. The other Pegasus reached up and removed her hat, revealing a gold face and a striped grayscale mane. She took off a pair of oversized sunglasses, revealing eyes the same color as Rainbow's, and smiled. Rainbow gasped.
Daring Do!
I was in the neighborhood.
Daring Do said.
I thought I'd drop off an advanced copy of my new book.
Rainbow's eyes widened.
Oh my gosh!
She leapt out of the doorway, wings spread wide.
Come in!
Daring stepped in and looked around.
Nice place you have here. I wish I could set myself up in a place like this.
What's stopping you? You're like super rich, right?
Daring sighed.
You know I live out in the middle of nowhere because I have to keep the stuff I find safe. And, well, my secret.
Oh, yeah.
Rainbow's wings sagged.
That totally sucks though.
I like my privacy when I'm not, out exploring ancient ruins or saving the world.
Come sit down. I'll get us some snacks.
Thanks.
Daring trotted over to Rainbow's couch and sat down. As she did, she opened her saddlebag and pulled out a package wrapped in yellow paper, which she set on the end table. Rainbow trotted back in with a big basket of tortilla chips, a bowl of salsa, and 2 sodas, which she sat on the coffee table. She eyed the package on the end table.
Is that the new book?
Sure is.
Sweet!
Rainbow's eyes burned with longing, but she shook herself.
I'll read it in a little bit. I'd rather sit and chat with you first.
Daring grinned and popped open the soda.
So you've been busy lately?
Rainbow shrugged.
I haven't really been up to much.
Daring raised an eyebrow.
I was just in Griffinstone last week. The new Griffin Queen couldn't shut up about you and Pinky, and how the 3 of you almost recovered the idol of Boreas.
Rainbow laughed.
Yeah, well...
She paused.
Wait. New Griffin Queen?
At that moment, there was another knock on the door. Rainbow motioned for Daring to sit still, then headed for the door and opened it a crack.
Yes?
Derpy was on the other side.
Postcard for you,
She said cheerfully.
Thanks, Derpy.
Rainbow took the postcard and looked at it as she headed back to the living room.
It's from Gilda. Dear Rainbow Dash, I have amazing news. Things have been changing so much here in Griffinstone lately, and they're making me queen so I can lead the Griffins back to greatness. I'll write a longer letter later when I have the time. Stay cool. Your friend, Gilda.
Rainbow's jaw dropped.
Whoa.
Like I said.
Daring said as she grabbed a hooful of chips and munched them down.
I gotta say, I've been to a lot of places and done a lot of awesome things. But I've never changed an entire civilization the way you did.
Rainbow laughed.
It was actually mostly Pinkie Pie.
She said, rubbing one hoof with the other.
I thought finding the Idol of Boreas was the way to fix the Griffins. Pinkie was the one who saw what they really needed.
I wish I'd been there. I'd have loved to see the Idol of Boreas with my own eyes.
Rainbow blew on her bangs.
If you'd been there, you probably would have been able to save it.
Daring shrugged.
I don't know. I took a look at that abysmal abyss while I was there. There's no way I'd be stupid enough to fly into a nightmare like that.
Well, you can't really fly into it in the first place. Climbing down it is hard enough.
Rainbow said. She brightened.
You totally could have done it though. I mean, compared to what you went through to get the sapphire statue, the abysmal abyss would have been a piece of cake.
Daring laughed sheepishly and rubbed the back of her neck.
Yeah.
I mean, figuring out that floor puzzle and fighting off Aoi Zoto and escaping a death trap all with a busted wing? That totally—
My wing wasn't broken.
Daring blurted out. Rainbow trailed off abruptly.
Huh?
Listen, can you keep a secret?
Rainbow nodded, eyes wide. Daring looked down at her hoof.
Sometimes I have to embellish a bit in the books.
Rainbow tilted her head.
What do you mean?
Daring sighed.
Okay, in all my books, the important stuff is always true. Where I went, who I fought, what I found. And some of my adventures go exactly the way I write them. Like what the two of us went through together with Arizotl and the rings. I mean, that was one of my more fun adventures.
Hey, yeah, it was. It was even better because I got to have it with you.
My point is that sometimes I have to spice it up a bit, because it doesn't always go like that.
She fluffed out her left wing.
The thing with the sapphire statue, for instance, it's, well...
She tilted her head up to look at the ceiling.
My wing wasn't broken. I found the temple from the air. I didn't even have to deal with the traps. I was in and out with the statue. My epic encounter with Arizotl? He showed up, I kicked him in the face and flew off.
She looked up at Rainbow.
Which is still pretty sweet, but it doesn't exactly make up for a thrilling tale of adventure, does it?
Rainbow visibly deflated.
So, no traps, no tile floor puzzle, no death trap, no daring escape?
Oh, the temple had traps, and a tile floor puzzle. I knew about all of them going in, which is why I flew in. I don't go looking for ways to die a horrible death.
She shook her head.
It's just, well, some of my adventures aren't quite as adventurous as others.
I see.
Daring sighed.
I guess I just ruined your opinion of me, huh?
Rainbow smiled and shook her head.
Nah, not really. I've seen you in action for real, and I know you're as awesome as you are in the books.
She shrugged.
I guess, well...
She ducked her head and blushed.
I get it, really. Sometimes, I go overboard and exaggerate when I brag about something cool I did to my friends. So, I can kind of relate. Besides, you're totally right. That first book would have sucked if every word was true, and I never have read every Daring Do book, and I never become your biggest fan.
She grinned.
And hey, when I read that for the first time, it was just a really cool story, and I didn't know the pony inn was real, so...
She shrugged.
Yeah, I'm okay with the books maybe not always being totally true.
Daring gave Rainbow a relieved smile.
I'm glad to hear that. Well, I've got to get moving.
Aw, so soon?
Daring nodded.
I've got 3 more stops to make before I head home, and, well, you know how long that flight is.
Yeah.
Daring put her glasses and hat back on.
Enjoy the new book.
I sure will. Take care, Daring Do.
See ya!
Daring trotted outside, then launched herself into the sky over Ponyville. Rainbow watched her go for a minute, smiling, then headed back over to the couch. She picked up the new book and unwrapped it.
Oh, I wonder what epic adventure Daring Do's gonna have this time.
She mused to herself as she stripped off the paper wrapping.
Rainbow Dash and the Lost Treasure of Griffinstone by A.K. Yearling.
She paused.
What the? Huh?